Hello and welcome to my very first Pokemon Auto Chess video. I'm that little happy Paris right there, holy crap. He's a good boy, isn't he? uh, well, gonna start making videos because I think you might learn one thing or two how I understand this game, how I play this game, how I make my decisions and stuff like that. Think I have a pretty good idea on how to play this game, even though I've never played an auto chess game before. So I never played like a TFT, I think it's called, right? The one from League of Legends. I think Dota has one as well, so I've never played those. And I've been playing this game for around a month or so. So I am by no means a specialist. I will make mistakes. I hope you can call them out in the comment section so I can maybe learn one thing or two and improve my craft, right? But at the same time, I hope that you can also learn one thing or two on how I think, rationalize, and make my decisions throughout the game. That's what I'm really hoping to achieve with these YouTube videos. So yeah, let's start with the first one, right? So, you might be wondering why I left the Pichu locked in the shop. I was trying to do an opening in which you get like 10 coins in turn 2 in the fight with the Red Adders. That basically only works with Charmander, Aeron, and maybe this Alolan Geodude. They are very strong AoE casters, but it heavily depends on the items that the Magikarp drops. So since Magikarp drops Shades, I wasn't feeling very confident on that opening, that's why I didn't commit to it, as you just saw. But I'm feeling good, like, that's a strong early electric board. Just check the light spot right there, but I have good units. I will try to roll a little bit for Alolan Geodude evolution, Alolan Graveler. Is a very strong caster, especially for the early game. Uh, and yeah, I think it's worth rolling for him. Oh, and the reason why the Pichu was locked in shop is that we kinda lose all of those early pairs that we could keep in the early game by trying this opening. So since we are not gonna statistically have great chances to have a strong board early, you might as well lock the babies in the shop and try to go for a baby opening. So yeah, that kinda sums up what I was thinking. So here I try to get the charcoal in order to build the amulet coin, one of the best items in this game. But yeah, unsuccessful. Now I'll roll, like I said I would. Not too much, no, but I will. And try to get this Alolan Graveler. Will not get it though, as you see. But we'll find a Fluffy and a Pikachu. Both really good early game units, Pikachu being the better one. And that will hopefully secure me some early game win streak. That's what I'm hoping. As far as my mid game and late game team comp, I am not sure. Even though I will hit some good electric units early, I will have a decent board for electric. The items don't kinda enable electric to shine. We need a really good mix of AD and attack speed, mainly attack speed, for their third attack to proc as often as possible. Every third attack in electric 6, it becomes a 3 attack, so you can attack 3 times in a row. A little zap icon kind of pops off, as you can see in these rounds. Sometimes it does pop off. And I'm being really unlucky with the items for electric. I haven't seen a magnet so far, no charcoals even. So yeah, I really don't think that I can try to go to electric. I cannot. So I'll have to wait for ad picks in order to see what I can pivot into at Gyarados. yes, you might see this zap coming out from my units. That's the third attack that I mentioned. Although right now it's every fourth attack, the third attack, so yeah. Now I will wait for the ad picks, the rare ad picks, in order to decide what I'm gonna be playing. It's definitely not gonna be electric, especially if those items, like, man, I really got unlucky with those. Even though we had a really good region at the start for electric. So looking at the uncommon epics, I see Sandygast. Now I'm hoping for someone to either pick Golat or some other ghost unit. Especially the other ghost amorph, the Driftloom I think it's called. And that might mean that I'll play some ghost amorph gaming. And let's see how it fares after its nerfs, right? So if you don't know, Ghost has been nerfed recently in this patch. Instead of 25% chance to avoid any incoming attacks, it's now 20%. So that makes Ghost early game even worse than it was before. uh, I mean, at least I have this impression that Ghost has a really weak early game. It needs some good front lines and damage dealers. Not really damage dealers, but it does need a good front line in order to survive. And these avoid changes really hits Ghost hard, right there in the early game survival aspect. Well, hopefully no one will build any fluffy tails and I can be the obnoxious toxic player right now. Yeah, it's not that great, to win using Ghost. You basically know that you just won because the opponent didn't build a fluffy tail on his main carry. Yeah, I mean, that's the game we're playing, right? Let's see what happens. And yes, someone picked Driffle. I have to check this dude's name. And that basically settles it for me. Looking at the ad picks, I don't see any other pivot. Another comp that really depends on the ad picks is Poison. I'm mainly looking for a Coughing, Venonat, Grimer, and any of the other poison bugs that are rare picks, like the Skorupi and the other one, the Paras, my boy, my happy boy. So we can do some poison bug or poison amorph, stuff like that. Really strong. But yeah, I don't really spot any other possible pivot right now, so I'll try to force some Ghost at Gyarados and hopefully get into a Ghost portal. So luckily I'm able to find my early Ghost units. I can make Ghost 4 Light 2 right now. Light 2 is good this way because if a light portal happens to spawn and someone steals my ghost portal, I can hop into that and hope to find a Rotom. That's also a ghost and light unit. So yeah, I'm also not that worried about optimizing my team position for this Gyarados fight, since Ghost 4 not only paralyzes him but also takes 5 of its defenses from Ghost 2. So the fight should be rather trivial at this point. And yeah, also, by the way, give a quick look at my items. Imagine if I was trying to force electric. Oh god, that would not have ended up well for me. So we end up getting the ghost portal. As you could see, and the unique that I found is one that I really like. That's the Spiritomb. The reason that I really like this unique is because he's also an amorphous unit, and ghosts really have good amorphs synergy overlapping with itself. So yeah, that's a really good buy. Also, I know that I'm supposed to save the Aqua Egg for a Ghastly or even a Darkrai if I get one, but I really like the idea of trying to bump my early game with the Spiritomb using this Aqua Egg. His special is really strong as it deals 100 damage and reduces the special defense, so it's pretty much a nuke. As you could see, it will in the early game delete anyone it casts its ultimate on. So that's why I decided to drop the Aqua Egg on him, even though it's really better, much better to drop that on a Ghastly, even better on a Haunter, right? And Darkrai too, since Darkrai has an AoE spell. Now, what I'm mainly looking to do is establish a good front line and try to survive this mid game. I am expecting to be pretty much fucked since Ghost early mid game is not that great. I'm not building the Wonder Box yet because I think that I might want to go to have some dark units together with my Ghost. So they might need the great items, like imagine if I get a Darkrai at the end, so the spell crit on Darkrai it's really strong. So I hold on these glasses for a while. And now what I'm trying to do is to roll in order to get better units. I ended up finding Dusclops, but couldn't switch in time. I mean, that's life, right? It happens. And that's pretty much it for this mid game. Try to survive our best. We are about to get our ass handed to us, so because like I said, Ghost doesn't have that much of a strong mid early game. So that's expected. The item that I really want now is that spoon in order to make the spell crit like I said. I already think that I might get a Darkrai or something. Spoon got taken, so I end up grabbing the Charcoal instead. And yes, I will continue roll. I will continue to roll until I evolve my units in order to establish a better front line, be more tanky. This ended up being a quite close fight. Our Lucha is rather annoying with his invulnerability frames and has some decent damage on his ultimate, so he ends up getting the edge, especially because he has some evolved units too, as you should have if you're playing flying. Yeah. Right now this Amorphous 3 is not doing much for the team, but it does give a little bit of HP, I guess, so I decided to keep that. I haven't checked the epics for the epic, but when scouting I just saw that someone had the Cubone. That really made my day. I really need one really strong frontline unit like that. So I continue rolling here. try to evolve at least one of my frontline units. Doesn't seem to happen, right? I skipped Dusclops because I don't want to expand gold to get a Dusknoir. Spiritomb is pretty much as Dusknoir, and I'll rather keep the Dusclops as it is, not use my gold to evolve him. Let's lock this dude on the shop right here in order to preserve our econ. In case you don't know how you can lock like I did the shop, you just press E and hover the units that you want to sell. He automatically locks the shop and sells every unit that you hover. In case you wonder when you should stop rolling and start focusing on leveling, if you are playing a comp that requires rolling, I find that it's in your best interest to stop rolling once you reach Mewtwo and start focusing on level. You want to be at least level 7, close to 8 when you get to the Lugia stage. That's what I found to be the best. Also, since I've dropped another glasses, I just went straight up and made a wonder box. And again, looking at the items choice here, I don't want a miracle seed, even though I could build a clean stack with that. That's great. So I end up grabbing another pair of glasses. Worst case scenario, it becomes another wonder box. That is a really good item for frontlines especially. But I can also end up using that to make the crit items that I mentioned earlier. So yeah. We end up getting our ass handled by this dude's team. Like, that's a really crazy wild team. He was everywhere with this. He had a little bit of wild, a little bit of... I don't really know. He had a little bit of everything in this team. I ended up scouting him right after. I was like, whoa, what the hell are you cooking, brother? And there you go. That's what he was cooking. That speaks volumes on how weak his Ghost early game, in my opinion, right? Unless I'm doing something terrible wrong, so please feel free to tell me what I did wrong here. Maybe the late pivot was wrong, I don't know. But yeah, I finally find a Doublade. Also, I am at level 7, so I'm more comfortable rolling for it now. Now I have to pay attention, right? So I want to be level 8 in order to really start playing Ghost. That is applying the curse and basically one-shotting everyone after a time, of course. But I also need to find the Cubone and evolve some of my units like Sandagash. So I try to fine-tune rolling with leveling. It will go something like that. Oh, I end up finding a Cubone right now. I'll usually roll down to 58 gold and buy 2 XP with the 8 gold over 50 that I have. At this point, I'm trying to look for tanky items, that's why I went straight for that hard scale. I also finally found the Drifloon, and I can finally switch him for the Vanillite and get our Ghost 6 and a Morph 3. Every time that I play Ghost, I end up being rather easily able to evolve my sword guy there to Egg Slash, so that's why I'm keeping him. That's why I'm keeping him, buying him. in the shop. And right now I decided to use both Ditos on the Cubone. Like, Marowak's gonna make a big difference. I have already decided to do that, but I mean, didn't have not enough time, so. But I will use my Ditos to make a Marowak. I need to stop as much bleeding of HP as possible until I can get to Ghost 8. So yeah, I rolled out to 30 gold. Tried to find more units to evolve, unsuccessfully, sadly. But yeah. Now I do evolve the Marowak. I'm trying to regain some of my econ back, since I really do need the level 8. I will roll a little bit though. I will stop at 40 gold, mainly because I'm desperately trying to find my evolved units. Unsuccessfully though. Get the Lampet, not that bad. But I really want that Sandygast. Again, to improve the front line. So I'm pretty sure that Marowak helped a lot here. In the sense that it stopped me from bleeding even more HP, right? Like, I could have lost even more HP than I just did. So I'm not regretting to using those two Ditos, especially because Marowak seems to be contested by precisely that guy that I was fighting right now. He seems to be using a Marowak with a Duskstone even. That's quite scary, to be honest. Duskstone Marowak, like, dude's not only tanky but keeps jumping everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty scary if you ask me. So yeah, now we are against Lugia. We are against Lugia. So what I will try to do is keep 50 gold, build some econ, and then expend literally everything that we got to go to level 8. Like, you don't really care much about econ. You kinda, I always, no matter what comp I do, I always want to go level 8 after Lugia. And given the items, I decide to make a Pokédoll and another Wonder Box. And a bunch of Ghost Portal spawn, just hopping into the first one that I saw. Make sure I get it right. And yeah, dumped all of my money into EXP. And Giratina was such a great find. Here I can finally get Ghost 8. I have 2 amazing frontline items to give him. And now what I really want is a Sandygast. Now we will be golden. I just need to find a Sandygast and we will be golden. Do end up finding a Snorunt. Don't think he's better than the Lampet right now, but look at that. Free Glalie! Goodbye Lampet, you served me well. For a PvE round, go figure. And now I really want to find the Sandygast. So I roll. And I do find it, but I don't have enough gold. Nor time. I could have sold the Lampet, but didn't have enough time for that. So I'll just sell the Lampet now, buy the Sandygast, and yeah. We are golden, right? So with the Ghost curses now and some really strong and established frontline with Giratina and the other evolved units, we are looking great. Ghost can really start to shine now. The opponent's strongest unity in HP terms will be knocked out after 7 seconds, so that's pretty much it. We just need to hang on. We just need to hang on, dish out some damage to the other units, and yeah, wait. Right now I'm contemplating if I want a Shuppet. To be honest, I should have bought a Shuppet. I didn't, that's a mistake in this video. What I was trying to do is that my level 9 unit would have been a bishop that would give me steel 2 and dark 3, okay? So that would be like an amazing amorphous boost, and also the pawnyard is a really strong and great unit. But the Shuppet, that's what I failed to realize in this game, would give me, together with the Doughblade, Artificial 2, and that will also gave me an extra item. The least that I should have done is to drop it Shuppet in to check what artificial item I would have got. I was actually quite nervous in this match. Look at my HP, pretty much any defeat that I get, I'll be out of that and losing a ton of elo. So I failed to, in the heat of moment I didn't realize that. What I've done then in these items was to pick a tanky item from a Merwak. I really want to make my front line super tanky so that I have enough time for the Ghost 8 curse to apply to every member of the other team. And since I know that there is a dark player in the lobby, I protect my carries a little bit better with putting Drifloon, even though it's a range 2, slightly on the back in order to protect my Glalie to get jumped. And yeah. And again, I really made a big mistake that could have cost me the game for not at least moving Shuppet in to check what my artificial item would have been. I just didn't have any idea, I just didn't realize at the time that I could have artificial too, but wow, it happened, right? So now you see, with the ghost curses and the instant death and stuff, like, games becomes rather easy. Especially because I was lucky enough that no opponent built a Fluffy Tail on their main carry. I think that one got a clean stag, right? A clean stag. But clean stag only protects you for like 5 seconds. If I have a bulky enough front line, that's not enough time for you to grab an edge around me, unless your team is like a really bursty type of team, like an electric field or a full wild dark, stuff like that. That's not the case. So yeah, that Articuno just instantly got deleted. I don't believe that was 7 seconds. I look at this video like a couple of times. I don't think that was 7 seconds for that curse to pop off. Might be wrong though. But yeah, goodbye, brother. That's the thing about girls, like, I'm relieved that the comp is finally online, but at the same time it's like, bro, if you had a Fluffy Tail on that Articuno and still had that Aqua Hack, I would have been cooked, you know? I would have been out of this game already. So thankfully he didn't have a Fluffy Tail, so yeah, I could preserve some of my Hilo. Oh god. Oh, also, about the videos that I'm gonna be posting here, I'm not gonna be selecting which videos are gonna be going up. If I get last in a video, I get last in a video, that's it. Like, I'm really trying to learn the game, and I'm really looking forward your inputs in the comment section or whatever else you can find me on. Maybe you can find me on the Discord, the official game Discord. I keep posting my stuff there all the time. So what I really want to do is like just record a video, explain my thought process and post it. If that's great thought process that aids you somewhere, somehow, if you learn something new, that's great. If that's like an awful tough process, please let me know. I'm really trying to learn because I've loved this game to the core. Like, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I really do believe that Pokemon as a franchise was made for this style of game. The Auto Chess one. I saw a friend of mine playing TFT like a month and a half ago, and if I recall properly, the units evolve by level, right? I think that he was playing Twitch, the little poison rat from League of Legends, and he was evolving his Twitch just like we do, but evolving in terms of level. It makes so much more sense with Pokemon, like you literally evolve the units like, I don't know, man. I'm not even sure if that's justifiable. It just clicked with me. I really love the game. So yeah, see, please, if you have any input, any comment to share on how I could improve this mid game, or what other pivot I could have gone for instead of Ghost at that moment, be free to let me know. Yeah, right now, since no one built a fluff tail, let's just see everyone getting deleted. I was actually scared of that love pony, but the Ghost Curse took care of her. That's a really strong unit that he had. And right now I guaranteed a top 2, that's great. I'll definitely go for that Sodio, even though the Dark Stone might have been good. Could have easily got like Dark 3 going right now, but I mean, we can dip to level 9 and get the Dark 3 now. That's what we're gonna do. Also, the Sodio on the Spiritomb is great since his ability scales with 100% of his AP. So that's fantastic for him, especially because he has the Echo Egg. So feeling good. The team is finally clicking together. Right now, what I'm looking for is still that Pawniard, then to evolve it into a Bishop, and also the evolution of Drifloon, Drifblim. I'm realizing that I might, if I get the Drifblim first, I might not even slot in the Ghastly, since I rather have the Drifblim on. Ghastly Global Silence is just for a second or so. I don't think it justifies switching over Drifblim. Might be wrong on this one, since silencing everyone is quite OP to be honest. But that's how I rationalize these things. So yeah, I will roll, but just after this PvE round, so we can preserve that little econ that we have. I won't go for the other Sodio. I'd rather have the Shiny Charm to give to my Myrock. So again, it keeps being tanky, right? For even longer. That's precisely what we need. And now I will roll looking for my units. Find another Honedge, find the Drifblim evolution, and another Houndour. Right now I realized that I think that I wanna use the Ditto on the Houndour. Didn't see that I had a Pawniard in the shop. Right after that I was like, oh no, I had the Pawniard in the shop, damn it. I could have grabbed the Pawniard and switched it with the Houndour. Now I'm in a really awkward spot. That is, I have a Houndour, and even though Pawniard would give me another Amorphous stuff stack, I really do believe that Houndour is just a much stronger unit than the Pawniard at the moment. Also, I get the Egg Slash. See, I told you. I always get this bad boy when I play Ghost. So, I do end up deciding to keep the Houndour, even though it's one less Amorphous stack. I think that since Houndour is a much stronger unit, it's worth more, I guess. Also, if he gets to ult, he will spawn more clones, so that will buy me more time and stuff like that. But it was again another mistake, right? I should have kept the pawn yard and that detail. But yeah, that's it. That's the game. Got first place as Ghost with a little bit of amorphous going on. Not that great. I mean, not that exciting. Just a Ghost game. What's exciting about the Ghost game? But it was enough to grant me the win, right? So I'm not gonna complain. At least I didn't lose Elo. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you guys in the future for more videos. Bye bye and take care.